Hello children. In the previous video, we have finished with lesson number 1, the sentence of English language, that is English 1. Now we are going to start with lesson number 2, that is kinds of sentences. Now take out your English grammar books. Take out page number 9. On page number 9, we are going to start with lesson number 2, that is kinds of sentences. First of all, I want to explain you the different kinds of sentences. So let's start with the explanation. Now children, we are going to study about the kinds of sentences. First of all, I will write here kinds of sentences. There are 4 kinds of sentences. How many kinds of sentences are there? There are 4 kinds of sentences. Which are those 4 kinds? Number 1 is assertive sentence. Then number 2 is interrogative sentence. Then number 3 is imperative sentence. And then the last one is number 4, exclamatory sentence. Which are the 4 kinds of sentences? Assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences and exclamatory sentences. Now children, in our everyday life we use or we speak different kinds of sentences. We speak different kinds of sentences. Some may be assertive, some may be interrogative, some may be imperative and some may be exclamatory sentences. Now we have to differentiate between all these 4 kinds of sentences. Like which is an assertive sentence, which is an interrogative sentence, which is an imperative sentence and which is an exclamatory sentence. So let's start with the first type of sentence, that is assertive sentence. I will explain you all these 4 kinds of sentences one by one. So the first one is assertive sentences. Now children, what is an assertive sentence? Assertive sentence, it tells or gives some information or tells a fact. Assertive sentence gives some information or tells a fact. It is a simple sentence. It is a simple sentence. Assertive sentence gives some kind of information or it tells a fact. And this assertive sentence always ends with a full stop. At the end of assertive sentence, there is always a full stop. Or you can say assertive sentences always end with the full stop. Assertive sentences always end with the full stop. Like for example, I will give you one example. The sun rises in the east. Full stop. Here some kind of information, you can say some fact is being told. The sun rises in the east. It is a fact. It is a fact. And it ends with a full stop. Like you can see here, I have put a full stop over here at the end of this sentence. It is a simple sentence that is telling some fact or it is giving some kind of information that the sun rises in the east and it is ending with the full stop. One more example I will give you. Mrs. Ritu is a good teacher. Again I will put a full stop here. Again I am giving some information that Mrs. Ritu is a good teacher. Like I am telling somebody, I am giving some information to somebody If somebody is asking me, what kind of teacher is Mrs. Ritu? Then I will give that information that Mrs. Ritu is a good teacher. So means I am giving some type of information. So it is an assertive sentence. I will give you one more example. A dog is man's best friend. Full stop. This is also an example of assertive sentence. Means I am telling some fact that the best friend of man is dog. The best friend of man is dog. The sandwich is very tasty. Full stop. Again here I am telling you something about sandwich. I am giving some information about sandwich. Yes, that the sandwich is very tasty. She is a beautiful girl. Now here I am telling a fact related to one girl, that she looks very beautiful. So this is also an assertive sentence. Means it is telling some fact related to a girl. And all these assertive sentences end with the full stop. Understood? So again I will tell you, assertive sentences give us some information or they tell a fact. And these sentences always end with a full stop. Now let's move on to another type of sentence, that is interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence. Now children, what are interrogative sentences? It asks a question. In an interrogative sentence, a question is asked. Like in the beginning I told you, in your everyday life you use so many different kinds of sentences. Sometimes you ask some questions from your parents. Mama, where were you? Where have you gone? Where is Papa? Where is my grandmother? So these kind of questions you ask from your parents. So when you ask a question, that sentence is called an interrogative sentence, in which a question is asked. A sentence in which a question is asked about something or someone. Like in the class, the children are sitting and somebody lost the pencil. You found a pencil on the floor and you took that pencil and went to the teacher and you told the teacher to ask the students that whose pencil is it. The teacher asked the students, whose pencil is this? So the teacher here is asking the question from the students. Yes. Then when the question is asked, that is called an interrogative sentence. Like I will give you an example here. What are you doing? Now here in this sentence, children, the question is being asked. Now as you all know very well, like in your copies also you write question answers. When you write the question, what comes at the end of that sentence in which a question is asked? That is question mark. You put a question mark at the end of the question? Yes. Whenever a question is asked, at the end of that question, we put a question mark. So it means that interrogative sentence always ends with an interrogation mark. This is called interrogation mark, or you can say question mark. This is called interrogation mark or question mark. I will give you one more example. What is your name? Again a question is being asked and you will end this question with a question mark. Then one more example. Where is my book? Again this is a question and it will end with a question mark. So I hope you all have understood what is an interrogative sentence. In an interrogative sentence, a question is asked. A question is asked about something or someone. Like, where is my book? This is a question about something. Yes? Where were you? Means this is about someone. Again, I am telling you interrogative questions. Interrogative sentences ask a question. Now, let's move on to the next type of sentence, that is imperative sentences. That is imperative sentences. Now, children, what are imperative sentences? In imperative sentences, what is asked, or what is there in imperative sentence, or what do you mean by imperative sentences? It gives a command or you can say like it, or expresses an order or a request. Imperative sentences, it gives a command or expresses an order or a request. Like in a class, when the teacher is teaching the children, she is giving an order to the children. Children, write in your copies. So this is an order from the teacher? Yes. Then another example I will give you, like suppose, go and bring me a glass of water. So this is an order which is being given to you. Like by suppose at home your mother is telling you, go to the kitchen and bring me a glass of water. So this is an order from your mother. So which kind of sentence it is? It is an imperative sentence in which an order is being given. Or suppose in your class, one of your friends did not bring the pencil box and he asks you, please give me a pen. Please give me a pen. So this is a request. This is a request. So this is also a part of imperative sentence. If some order is being given, or if somebody is requesting you for something, that is a part of imperative sentence. Children, in imperative sentences, some kind of advice are also included. When you give some advice to somebody, that is also a part of imperative sentence. When you give some advice to somebody, that is also a part of imperative sentence. Now, I will give you some more examples related to imperative sentences. Put the key in the drawer. Put the key in the drawer. Then, please bring your bag. Okay, so put the key in the drawer. This is an order. Please bring your bag. This is a request. So all these sentences are imperative sentences. And imperative sentences always end with a full stop. Imperative sentences always end with a full stop. So don't forget that imperative sentences expresses an order or a request and they end with a full stop. Now let's move on to the next kind of sentence, that is exclamatory sentences. Now children, what are exclamatory sentences? It expresses strong emotions or feelings. Exclamatory sentences express what? This express strong emotions or feelings. Like children, if you go to a hill station, you see a very beautiful scenery over there and you say, wow, it's so beautiful. So these are the sudden feelings. These are the sudden feelings which are shown, which are expressed. And these sudden feelings, when they are expressed in the form of a sentence, they are called exclamatory sentences. And these exclamatory sentences always end with an exclamation mark. This is an exclamation mark. One line and then dot is there. This is an exclamation mark. I will give you one example of exclamatory sentences. What a beautiful day. Like suppose the day is so beautiful, you like it very much. The sun is shining in the sky, the flowers are looking so beautiful, and you say, what a beautiful day. Then you are expressing your emotions, you are expressing your feelings, you are expressing your happiness about the day. So that is an exclamatory sentence. Then next example is, how clever the fox is. Here you are expressing your emotion that the fox is a very clever animal. So here also it is an exclamatory sentence. So what is an exclamatory sentence? I will tell you once again. Exclamatory sentence is a sentence which expresses an emotion of surprise or happiness or anger. So all these emotions are expressed in exclamatory sentences. All these emotions are expressed in exclamatory sentences. So children, I hope you all have understood about the different kinds of sentences, that is assertive sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence and exclamatory sentence. So I will teach you all these kind of I have already taught you all these kinds of sentences. In the next video, we will start with the book exercises of this lesson. Thank you.